Lake District. Woke up this morning and it was snowing. Really quiet. I just heard an owl. Not as many ducks around as what there were last time I was here. When I was here last time, there was just ducks everywhere. No word of a lie, I bet there were 50 ducks. Good morning. Got up this morning and it was chucking it down with snow outside. So I had to make a quick call. The plan was to go to Grasmere. I've been a few times to sort of Grasmere Rydal, but nothing really takes my fancy there, to be honest. So I made the decision to come to River Brathay at Elterwater. Parked up at Scorwith Bridge and just walked through. Dead quiet morning, not seen a single soul. This location here on the River Brathay is very well photographed. This cluster of trees here, if you Google River Brathay, I can guarantee that there'll be thousands and thousands of images of these trees. I've been here once before. Conditions were a little bit better than this, but still not the best. I've still got to get it here at its best, basically. So yeah, I've just got my camera set up there. You can just see it on the tripod. I've extended it quite high because I need to get the full reflections of the trees, even with the tripod extended as it is. I'm shooting in portrait mode because I've just got this little sort of inlet here as a bit of foreground, because there's not really much else as foreground. I was hoping for a bit more snow and a bit more ice around the edges, but there isn't, so I've just got to make the best. So I've just got this little inlet here leading into these trees, and I've extended the tripod just so that I'm not clipping the reflection as much. It is clipping a little bit on the riverbank, but it's the best I can do. I can't get it any higher. It is what it is. I got it a little bit higher when it was in landscape mode, but not a great deal. Geese are making a racket. Bugger off. Yeah, it was a nice, quiet, peaceful morning until they rocked up anyway. You can't really see normally over this sort of area over here and here. There's you can see the mountains. I think it's the Langdales. Still a little bit of snow around, but nonetheless, it's a nice morning. It's good to be out. It's not as cold as what I thought it would be. I've not got my gloves on and my hands are fine. I did have my balaclava on earlier, but it started getting a bit too warm, so I de-kitted. So yeah, first location of the day. This is day 2 in the lakes. If I get an image from here, I will obviously post it up. Right, bye for now. Starting to get a little bit of detail in the sky. Not a massive amount. I think it's due to rain. I think the weather forecast was sort of saying 40, 50, 60% rain from sort of 10 o'clock. So I can't see me hanging around, to be honest. I'll probably just get back. Feel like I'd just be flogging a dead horse, to be honest, if I hung around. I'll drive back along the A65. If the weather's looking a little bit better around sort of Settle, I may stop off somewhere in the Dales. It'll be the middle of the day. I just can't see the cloud lifting that much. Although it did yesterday, but it was forecast to do so. Today, it's not forecast to anything but, like I say, rain. So chances are, even if it doesn't rain, it's going to be blanket cloud. So I'll keep an eye on it. I'm going to finish up here and go grab a bite to eat. I've checked out the hostel this morning at 6:15. Ambleside Youth Hostel, by the way, if you're looking for somewhere reasonably cheap to stay, it's not the cheapest hostel around in the lakes, but the amenities that it's got and the facilities are second to none. Really, really good. So a big shout out to YHA Ambleside. I think it cost me £80 for 2 nights, but that's in a room on my own. You can get sort of shared rooms where you share with obviously same sex, but I just prefer a little bit of privacy. It's great if there's going to be sort of 5 or 6 of you coming on a meet, or you know, you fancy doing a bit of walking, you just get a bunk room, and it's fantastic. They actually upgraded me because the hostel's quiet, because people have been sort of told to to stay away from the lakes and only travel if necessary. It was pretty quiet, so they upgraded my room, so I ended up with a double bed with a single bunk above, which offered me more space to store my kit. But yeah, fantastic. There's a bar there, restaurant. Food's a bit limited what they do, but you know, it's a youth hostel at the end of the day. They've got the standard burgers and paninis and breakfast. Stopped serving breakfast at 9:30, which I thought was a bit odd. Got back about 10:30 yesterday expecting to get some breakfast, and yeah, stopped serving at 9:30, so I had to do without. But yeah, so YHA Ambleside, really good base, and everywhere from there really is easily accessible. We were at Keswick in half an hour last night. Ullswater again over the Kirkstone Pass when it's clear, probably about half an hour, 35 minutes. Langdales, I mean the Langdales are just over here. You could be at the Langdales from Ambleside in sort of 20, sort of about half an hour. But yeah, it's a really good base. I don't really venture south towards sort of Windermere and Bowness. A little bit too touristy, but Ambleside, the Waterhead area, still a bit touristy, but it's nice. It's a nice nice location, and like I say, a great base.